right. Hello and welcome to some Scarlet Hollow. I'm gonna go read your resub there. Dear streamer, thank you for improving my life. Our parasocial relationship is valued very highly. I love seeing you scared. Please entertain me for another 43 months. You know, I was thinking about this when I saw it, but I was like, yeah, this is how you know I don't make any real money. Real streamers don't interact with their chat. I always think of the that Mr. Streamer dude every time. I don't even interact with them. I just take the money as it is. Yeah, Mr. Streamer read my message. Oh, okay. Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audiences. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Okay, I know I did promise I'd play this one, so I figured I was looking around today and I was like, okay, let's just do this. Now, I might only do about 2 hours of this because I depending on how this is, I'm going to go through preferences and make sure that it's got accessibility and stuff. Self-voicing. It's got text-to-speech. Wow, they've got a whole lot here. Okay. I'm just making sure there was nothing I needed to actually let me just a minute. Does it have anything for visual overlay intensity? I was just seeing if there was going to be any flashing lights or anything for you. I know that it can be an issue, but it doesn't look like it has it in the preferences, so I can only assume that it doesn't. Because that accessibility was pretty large there. Don't worry about this one. Okay. I don't know anything about this or what I would expect. I've not played, but I've watched someone play Hunt the Princess, which is made by this person, and that one is very spooky. I know this guy he does these backgrounds and his animations and stuff, but he has a real preference for doing really fucked up shit. Okay. My name is, of course, Biggest. I live in the city of... Huh. I should struggle with this one. City of Dickus. Oh. No, I came from Queensburg, okay? I am a he, him. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through this one. That sounds pretty important. Off the bat, we've already got traits which have additional paths. Okay, so, powerful build, tufts and nails, pinnacle fitness, and imposing presence commands the rooms a mean right hook. Strange and unusual, you see the threads of reality in ways that others cannot. Talk to animals. You could talk to animals. Animals could talk to you. A gift and a curse. Street smart. Good at lying. Hard to lie to. Fast talker. You can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Observant with a knack for picking up small details. You are empathetic. Book smart. Well-read and rational. You possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and when to use it. A talented researcher. Hot. Extremely good looking. A natural flirt. People just like you. Probably because you're a good person. Okay, what sounds interesting? All of these builds sound pretty interesting. Just even mixing two traits sounds like a good time. I kind of want to go with... I'm leaning towards a mystical or talk to animals, but also like keen eye, hot, street smart are really good ones. I don't think I'd do book smart until like another playthrough. Like Keen Eye and book smart can be pretty good. That's sort of the detective route. It's so street smart in Keen Eye. Mystical and book smart is like the know-it-all nerds. Talking to animals to me mystical is like very Harry Tristan. I wouldn't have talked to animals and hot. Well, I think I'm gonna go hot and street smart. The people like me, and I'm really hard to lie to. And I can read the room and read people. And that's a very charismatic person. That's not me in a nutshell. So like very interesting to play that. I'm not hot, I'm not street smart. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you've only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. You can really tell when my eyes are focused on another thing because they get really squinty. Give me an issue. Let me move my window up a bit. There we go. Not as bad. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. 26 hours of bus rides. Yeah, exactly. The funeral of Perlan Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't have ignored, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. Oh, he's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking to you without pause. You're not even sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly. But that was several hours ago. And of a one-sided conversation. I was up in Maryland, looking for work when I'm mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Anyways, me and my buddies were doing the usual prank stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. You violently fake a coughing fit. Pretending to be sick has always been one of the better ways to get people to leave you alone in strange places. Oh, are you sick? That's alright. I'm pretty sure I already had whatever you got. I'm sick all the time. Gotta keep my immune system on its toes, you know? Oh my god. I cannot stop my thing from squinting. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. But she actually hit my friend and said he said it hurt a lot. So I guess she really was bad and not just playing. Well, she just kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out. Her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging up all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been off and on for about a year. So, yeah, it's pretty serious. Though about 5 minutes ago, she tried to, break up for me for real, and geez, you know, you ever get so mad you ever want to, kill somebody? Did she just say she tried to break up with him? You can't even imagine what that might feel like. No one's ever broken up with you. Honestly, I can't say anybody's ever tried to break up with me. Yeah, I should have known I'd sound a little unhinged to someone like you. But if anyone ever does break your heart, you might be surprised how it changes you. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's given birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, into that stuff, so I might just end up on a bus to New York instead. I've always wanted to go there. Smart move. Get out while you still can. You don't want to get saddled with someone's kid your age. Go out and be free. Have fun in New York. You're right. I should enjoy my youth while I have it. Plus her mom's there, so it's not like she's alone. And her mom doesn't like me that much, so I probably just makes things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyway, where you say you were heading? I'm doing that woman a favor. Scarlet Hollow. Ah, the Hollow, huh? That's what they call the hollows up in the mountain, you know. I had a couple buddies who went there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up there in the hollow, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of stuff myself. I like my lungs how the way they are. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, but my buddy's got it desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from him in a while now. Huh. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone for a moment, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this was me. Lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles his bat before he hands you a dripping bag of peanuts. The boiled peanuts! I got them at the gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all in my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip. Sometimes speaking a dialogue will establish new facts about who you are. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, my friend. Thank God that guy's gone. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you could finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. You know, it's never a good sign when the bus, like, end of the line is, like, the place you're going to. Not only is it, like, means it's gonna be the middle of nowhere, but, like, there's nowhere else to go. Look, schedule arrives Monday, 11 a.m. It departs on Monday, 11:01. So the bus comes here, drops off, and then it goes away for a whole week. Yeah. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed as much as there is a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. As the driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts up the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Biggest. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Make a first good impression with a winning smile. You've never met someone who was able to resist your ability to make a good first impression. You flash a soft smile and give your condolences. Tabitha, so nice to meet you. I was sorry to hear about your mom. Thanks. For a brief moment, Tabitha is put at ease before she quickly straightens up and the annoyance returns to her face. I'm gonna woo Tabitha. I'm gonna make her happy that I'm here. It might not have been much, but you can confidently notch up another victory, courtesy of the winning Biggest smile. TM2. Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns around and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusky road. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. How are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we just met. She sighs a particularly heavy sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. I actually can't believe we never met before this. You have your mom to thank for that, or that, I guess. Oh, I wish I had known about you. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against the side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I had known about you. Whatever. Unstunned. So the funeral. On Sunday, right? Yeah, like I told you. Have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. I don't need any help. I could say we're both members of the dead mom club. I'll remain silent, because I think that'd be a bitch move to say something like that. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Let's just be, with Tabitha, let's be as supportive as we can, okay? Yeah, that would have been a dick move. We're street smart, okay? We gotta act like it. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance not lost on you, someone who's used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an eager burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare to what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Oh, the whole building is leaning. That's bad. I hate that. Oh, that's messing with my eyes. You're hit with a blasty, dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creaking on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms can be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And the hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Street smart. Say, it's beautiful. I like how this is supposed to be street smart. It's beautiful. I don't think I've ever been in a building that feels as powerful as this. You're lying through your teeth, but Tabitha doesn't need to know that. In fact, not only does she not need to know that, but she won't know. You're a very good liar. The estate was the prized jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite the magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Can we take our tour? Yeah, you could say beautiful is normal too, but you'd have to lie. I just you're a very good liar. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janny. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, you can also access the garden through here. But it's pretty wild. I wouldn't if I were you. Huh. I've always dreamed of having a kitchen like this. I have kind of dreamed of having a kitchen like this. I like big kitchens. It's much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? It is. Thank you. Hey, what if I want ice cream? Awesome. I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? It looks like your famous smile does that damn smile is the achievement I got. It looks like your famous smile doesn't run in the family. I didn't, but good for you. There's somewhere in town to buy food? You might want to eat something other than PB&J. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Well, yeah, there's a general store. And there's also a diner. I usually order my food bulk online, though, so I won't be going with you. Wait, thanks. Cool. Good talk. Now, what if I want ice cream? Then you could buy yourself at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know, and there will be consequences. Alright, what's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. The cat. Ah! Before following your cousin down the hall, you decide to pet the cat. She bites you hard and hisses violently. Tabitha's sighs. As you've now learned, do not pet Frou Frou. If he wants to be pet, he'll let you know. Come on, the bathroom awaits. Damn it! You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll be easier to navigate these spaces. For the time being, you'll feel lucky not to fall through the floors. Guest bathroom, not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do if you must, if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, with mystery stains paint the floor. Is that hair dye? So Tabitha is like dyeing her hair? What street smart lie? What a wonderful bathroom. Always one of those bathtubs with little feet on it. Glad you like it. That bathtub is an extremely valuable antique. So who exactly uses this bathroom? Yes. Are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. That's the spirit. I got a phobia. I got a phobia of roaches. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Use the facilities. A toilet is a toilet, but it could be cleaner. But your business needs doing, and it's as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, the guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs to reach the guest bathroom. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleep in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I just had Janie wash them last week. I'll endure the half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet's full of old family stuff. You can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Well, this is incredible. As you know, I love cherubs. That chest is to die for. I'm surprised to see you have such discerning taste. Every last piece of furniture in the room is a genuine antique, handed down the family for generations. So who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here. Carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Well, I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the floor so you can collect your belongings. I'm going to play the greatest fucking, like, himbo liar there is. If I can't be one in real life, I can at least be one digitally. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away, others down the line. Hot. Hey, is it cool if I bring someone out over to this point at some point this week? What are you talking about? You don't even know anyone who lives here. I'm a social butterfly, Tabitha! I'm talking about smooching, Tabitha. What's your smooching policy? I thought you were here for a funeral. I can't believe I even have to say this, but please do not bring someone home to, you know... Look, I have enough on my plate already here. Let's just forget you said anything. Where are you going? To work. Someone has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine. Same as every other Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. Requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate if you didn't keep me for long. Can I come watch? What? No. Mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Hashtag girl boss. Oh, I can't believe you're only in your 20s. You're already running a coal mine. Talk about girl boss. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing in your name, Vegas. Any other inane questions before I leave? Did I do something wrong? You asked me to come to the funeral, but since the moment I got here, it's been like you acted like I spat in your coffee. What's going on? Is it something I said? No, I'm sorry if I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please just stay out of my hair till later, okay? I have work to do. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. Well, go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. A PB&J sounds good right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach will outweigh the fear of any food poisoning. To get started, you probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, a bread, a plate, and a knife. Well, we're going to search the fridge. Your eyes catch the note taped, Janie, stay out. And below in separate handwritings are the words, okie dokie. You open the fridge, and you already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Well, we're not going to take anything. We're not going to examine the old takeout. We're going to take the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking the expiration date, and sigh in relief when you realize it's recent. I feel... I know she ordered in bulk and stuff, and that, like, she ordered stuff, but, like, I feel like she went through extra efforts to make sure we had stuff, and I feel like we shouldn't judge Tabitha for... I know it's like the bare minimum, but I feel like that's... If Tabitha is... Yeah, she definitely tried. That's what I'm saying. Like, she is very depressed. And I'm going to be a positive sunshine in her fucking life. God help you. God help you if you stop me. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in the kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. I'm gonna allow her to have her privacy, but I'm gonna try to be super supportive. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Well, I'm going to search the pantry. Ooh, love the creaking. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna save because I needed to do that earlier and I forgot to do it. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. That is a dead rat. There is a dead mouse in the, like, not there. There. I want you... No. I already got bit by the cat once. I want you to take a quick look around here because that trap didn't kill anything. That mouse died of starvation. Okay? Like, the mouse in a room full of, like, bread died of starvation. I really don't think Tabitha... I have a feeling that Tabitha's mother was a bitch. Well, we're going to examine the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't ever say you've seen the brand before. Empty the box and stuff it with a dead mouse. Holy crap. No, put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems not to like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Take some bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great! One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Hey, the king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. The only things you need now are a plate and knife. Oh, you close that. You close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Well, I'm going to approach Fruit Room. The cat hisses you to draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. Back away. Excuse me. Allergies in the spring are the worst for me. We're going to search the cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps her dishware and, oddly enough, utensils. She keeps the utensils off of the, area. Only in this cabinet. There's a note up there. I am going to grab a bowl. You reach for the bowl, but as you pull it down, a vinegar and dead moss splashes on you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, "Moth trap, do not touch." Whoops. Your shirt now is unpleasantly wet. You'll probably have to change to something clean before you leave the house. Examine the mug. It reads, "I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina, so your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see a local sights before heading home." I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perline, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you heard from your mom, Perline wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you'll need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. You close the cabinet and look back at the rest of the kitchen. Well, clearly I'm going to check out the garden. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? I'm going to return to the kitchen. I just wanted to get a look at it. Alright, we're going to make that PB&J. Despite the state of horrendous kitchen, you've successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations. You can feed yourself. A job well done. I got cooking by the book. All that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Well, I'm done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? I'm gonna go settle into my room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. I'm going to examine the painting on the wall. It must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging by the dates in the inscription. You've never heard of her, but then again, you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago. So that's not really a surprise. They put butter on the PB&J. I have heard of that. I've also heard of butter and sugar sandwiches, so, you know, it takes all kinds. I've heard of butter and honey sandwiches, too. PB and honey. Obviously, peanut butter and banana. Jelly. There was a weird guy that used to have, like, jelly and, like, he used to do Maribel Scarlet. Ooh, I do want to hear about Maribel Scarlet then. Yeah, I've heard about they do peanut butter and chocolate sprinkles as a Dutch person. That always blows my mind. Yeah, I used to know someone who used to do jelly and potato chips. Very odd combo, but I can get behind the sweet and the saltiness. You know what I mean? Maybe you should ask Tabitha about this Maribel Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Well, we're gonna check the closet. No, wait, well, you know, look at the window first. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out, pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to get to return to its former glory. And once that's all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just, you know, not right now. Well, I'm going to put my spare clothes in the dresser. You drag your suitcase over the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum works within. It's quiet but angry. Offer it your bowl of peanuts. You hold out your still dripping bag of bowl of peanuts. The possum hits his touch, stiffens, begins to drool, feigning death. You close the drawer. Well, you might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty, and as good a place as you'll ever find to put your clothes. Based on the state of your house, you wonder if you've been better off to keeping your clothes in a nice clean bag. But there's no going back now. You know what? It probably would have been different if I had taken the trait that allowed me to speak to animals. But I'm a himbo this round, so time to check the closet. You could see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stuck up in here. No, I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to touch that doll. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. That's enough? Doesn't seem like there's much else for you here to do right now. I might as well head to town. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left here for you to do, and to head out and explore town. You do just that. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. You're not about to beat people coated in vinegar and dead moths. If you'd known you'd wind up taking a walk all about to town, you might as well have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially how unhappy she was to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between you clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Yeah, I may do a thing with talking to animals next time. I like being a himbo, but next time we'll do talking to animals. I really like being the lion himbo. It's fucking hilarious. We're gonna be positive and we're gonna be proud. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Continue down the path. Finally, you made it back to town. The hauler, as the guy said on the bus called it, has probably seen better days.
SpongeBob?
Rock bottom.
Thanks for becoming a peasant. It still has the feeling of idyllic country town, but its sidewalk is cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, feeling suddenly as if you're peering into a grave. It's a dog! Gretchen, come back now. Quit bothering strangers. Oh. Well, I haven't seen you around before. Hi. The young woman is notably flustered by your appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you. Thanks, Go. Give it the opossum. Oh, Pug, she's so cute. I love Pugs. She's so cute. Thanks, she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out. She's got a couple of weird growths. But for a 17-year-old Pug, that's pretty good. She's also extremely mobile, so that's impressive. That's amazing. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we have together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretchen? But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I forgot entirely to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up here in the holler. Every now and again, there's some new crop of cold folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Oh yeah, look at that blush. We're in! You're in town for the funeral, are you? Scarlet funeral? I could say I wouldn't be caught dead at a funeral. Well, I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Biggest. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of to come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I'm a little worried about her. All alone up in that big house. Well, even though we mentally... Well, I'm gonna say... I'm sorry, do you say Tabby? Oh, sorry, did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. Been a while. I hope she's okay.
SpongeBob?
Rock bottom.
Hey, why do you care if she's awful as far until she openly hates you? No! No! We're gonna be the best we can! I'm worried about her too. She's always been a little rough around the edges, but I figured she's probably had a rough thing of it. She and her mom were really close. I think she's been up in an old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. She's really not worth my time. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everyone else as far back as I can remember. Okay, let me turn down the music just a bit. Yeah, I think it's this particular track. I noticed that it got pretty loud for me as well. How about that? Is that better? Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in a school production of A Midnight Sup Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up in the end. I can also, you know, I could actually just turn down the music volume a little. There we go. But then again, she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee. They got amazing biscuits. My treat. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In the contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All which grinds to a halt as the patron realizes that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hey everyone, I'm Biggest. Just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet y'all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Well, hello there. Welcome to the holler. Just let me know if you need anything, okay? You're not politely giving a small wave as you and Stella slide to the nearest booth. I love the absolute confidence that he's just like, hey everybody, I'm Biggest. Looks like you'll probably be the talk of the town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet many strangers, and with who you're related to. Well, folks love their gossip, you know. Hey, Stella. I went and fix you up a little coffee. They gracefully placed the cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sips the bacon and digs in. If you can you can press the H button to hide the text box. They're like, you want to look at Gretchen eating that bacon, don't you? Oh, and she switches positions. Oh, anything for you, darling? Well, Stella said she's buying, so I'll have one of everything, please and thank you. How about we start with some biscuits and coffee? No problem. Avery pours a fragrant brew in your empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turn to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. One of everything, huh? Normally I'd love to, but I got head out after too long. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to swim around town. I'm trying to think if there was any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery sort of party Saturday night. That's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Cool. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check out one of these things. Anyways, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? What's your angle here? My angle? Well, I would never have an angle. She definitely has an angle. Okay, so my job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with the camera, and it's always better if someone else is there too. Or Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Hey, when did you give you a biscuit on the house? Sends her condolences. Thanks, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles to your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from the surface. This is making me hungry, and I already ate. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if nothing but butter was suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Lie, I've had better. This is the... Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at a table for a moment. So as Stella mentioned, she's famous. Oh, Avery, I'm not that famous. I mean, look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. How does that make you money? You and everyone else. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Biggest. It's amazing. I think the best video to start would be the river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Katawawa River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video so far. I like how I started reading Avery's voice and then switched like an idiot. So, the River Runner was a cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Katawawa River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. She pulls out and shoots you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. Other people saying it was a dog or capybara. Must escape from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was. And I'm the one who saw the thing with my own eyes. Huh. Wait. Is that a dog or a beaver? Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. I don't believe in cryptids. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with... Yeah, totally a dog. Or wait, is it a beaver? Wait, hold on a second. What is that? Right? My comment section went nuts with the footage. From there, it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It's all a cool experience. I mean, the video did end up with some great numbers. Personally, I'm the fan of the capybara theory. I'm not sure it's like any local sanctuary missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kinda a sewer gator type situation. Exactly, some exotic pet owner sets it free, and now will forever roam the Katabawa, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. Now, speaking of things around here, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if you wanted to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Whoops, sorry, Avery. That's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of staying around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. Okay, what's Skunk Ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, and while I was doing research last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from town claimed to see one on her deck, playing tug of war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? It's a date. That's cool. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school. It's just been me and Gresham for a while. Me and Kanika and Reese running around the woods, flipping over rocks, bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. Maybe we'll get the chance to meet him later this week. So we should probably head out if we want to make up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's build this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Don't leave a tip, you didn't even spend money. I'm going to leave a tip. Reach your pockets, blow out a single crumbled dollar and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella at the door. If it hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, it hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow. You see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel strangely calm. Setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and the pleasant songs of crickets still around you as the night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along without a care in the world. Gotta love the brisk fall weather. Past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer's the hottest till the next summer, which always finds a way to be much worse. This feels nice to have a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only just for a moment. But sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Really expecting to find anything? What are the chances we run into a skunk ape in one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stay hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, chances never zero, right? So, you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Werewolves, demons? Yeah, for sure. I used to go over all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I go to all sort of abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some activity. I should have said no to Stella and gone back to Tabitha, because I wanted to be... I'm just really dumb. I'll try to be more for Tabitha as we go along. Just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. All said is done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad. I have to get all these hoes, Jesus. Yeah, biggest lost track of his jokes immediately. It's just like, Mom, my goal is, Stella. I can't rule out the possibility there are really true hauntings out there, but if there are, sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump it in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were any were-people out there turning animals. But werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I don't even want to consider the possibility they exist. If they really are there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to eternity of flames. Well, let's hope that that's all just bunk, am I right? Biggest pet piss, Jesus. Alright, what about aliens? Don't even get me started. Do you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real. And they've absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. I have absolutely no opinions on aliens. I'm skeptical, don't get me wrong, I have fun with the stories, but I feel there's always far more plausible explanations. Like Little Green Men? How am I supposed to believe that stuff? Actually, tall gray men these days. Maybe your knowledge is just a little outdated. Alien research has come a long way since the 50s, you know. There's some very convincing stories if you know where to look. I know somebody who knows somebody who heard from a story from a trucker in Fayetteville. Fayetteville. Holy crap, is this... Should have checked where Scarlet Hollow was like located. She was talking about Florida and shit. Fayetteville sounds like something that'd be in Florida or Georgia. I think there is actually a place called Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. Suddenly, it looks like it's daylight outside. You can see the cows in the field, birds in the sky, and then this metallic egg thing appears, floating in front of his truck. Passed out, when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. The smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's secondhand stories, but there's plenty more like it. And if they are true... Alright, maybe I could come around on this. Eventually, if there's more proof. Oh, do I ever have more proof? Once we're back in civilization, I have a stockpile of videos and interviews that'll blow your mind. Anything bad ever happen on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was a time back in high school where Reese fell down a cliff. But it was fine. We had some folks in the town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine. And his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was that time I was out here and got kind of stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wriggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. It took about an hour to get loose, which is pretty intense. But just a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. There was time I accidentally stumbled on the old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. Well, it happens to everyone sooner or later. I barely count it. So yeah, I mean, hikes aren't all day. I love that Gretchen's in the back, like, searching. Huh, what's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Well, let me think. There's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I see tons of videos of other deer doing it, but I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 35 wide pile of old cans and bottles of sort of garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you can barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. What the fuck? Nah. There's There's a pile of sorted garbage just acting as a tree. Nah, miss me with that. It was practically solid ground where you, with how much of it's been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful. That's the name. Better up your shots if you don't want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvage 2 bottles and keep in my dresser as a souvenir. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're jumping at nothing, girl. Whew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of the darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the hell you looking out here for? Skunk Ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Well, welcome to Holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger. Another opportunity for a salty introduction. Keep your peanuts to yourself. Once again, remember the dripping bag of peanuts you have in your person. Briefly consider offering Duke. We're realizing it's probably more of an insult than anything. You keep them hidden away. Now, both y'all head back to your town, you hear? Best you steer well. I want to play... No. I want to play one of these playthroughs where I offer the peanuts to fucking everyone. It's best you steer clear well of this area tonight. I'm out dealing here with my own critter and won't be too appreciative of you couple of fools with cameras scare away my more sensitive wildlife. And what are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? I like how she's already had the camera out. Now, wouldn't you like to know? You could never stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put your damn camera down. Oh, come on, dude. Maybe I can help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof you listen to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling like a chuckabungus or whatever hell have you, something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if a skunk ape has a taste for a chicken. Man, this music gets loud as fuck. Now you see here, this is why I don't come to you about these things. Ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. Now I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out these woods longer than I have. Those sons of bitches sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find one in any one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that what's been getting at my chickens, it couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, no mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hadn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s. And even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster inspired by a couple of school-age Boy Scouts that's 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian mountain cougars are some far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things in my own eyes. I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's possible. You'll eat those words and I come down carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. Now, if you do too, well, want a face full of buckshot, now I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Okay, we'll go home. What? Good, I'm glad you got some sense. Stella needs someone like that around. But I gotta film tonight. Video needs to be out by tomorrow evening, so keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I'll lose my new sponsor. And who knows what that'll mean for my career. No, Stella, we should leave. We should leave, and we shouldn't come back. You turn around and wink at Stella as soon as you can. She immediately picks up with what you're putting down. All right, Duke, maybe you got a point. Come on, Biggest. Let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. Glad to hear you're finally seeing some sense, Stella. Now you two run along and stay safe. Well played, Biggest. Really threw him off the trail pretending we're going back to town. Now, come on, I know we can loop around without him without noticing. I don't know, because I feel bad. I feel like something's not right. I feel like it should convince Stella to go back with me, because this is dangerous. I'm gonna save. If I get Stella killed, I'm gonna be really fucking sad. But can we actually go back to town? I don't say I thought I like the thought of sharing the woods with someone who has a shotgun and might shoot anything that moves. You don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been tracking with him before. The man sounds like a track crunching through the woods when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we hear him long before he catches one of us. There's no shaking you, is there? Oh, fine. You'll just follow me until I relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise, it'll be fine and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. I'm worried. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands her the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant and the gorgeous Biggest and I find ourselves on the high hill of Blue Ridge Mountains, where we begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of the Bigfoot has been spotted all the way along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right here in this very county. Here's hoping we can get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. Stellars. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes with sunsets all the way. In the meantime, we got to take in all this gorgeous scenery. Well, the view isn't the only thing gorgeous out here. I was thinking the same thing. Let the moment hang in the air. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Gretchen's got a hell of a mug. Yeah, Gretchen's got a hell of a mug. She sure does. Yeah, I know the way to a lady's heart. Compliment her dog. Your quiet moan is still, it's broken my loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Remain silent. Did you hear that? That's the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of the herd about the big scary predators. Like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for a flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. What in the absolute fuck was that? Jeez, Gretchen, calm down, you're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. If she gets like this, you usually have to pick up her and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she lets go after something. Too much of a potato! They don't make harnesses that fit potatoes, do they? I had the same problem with my dog, actually. Her harness, she just doesn't fit her frame. She's built like a potato. There was something wrong with that deer. See its face. Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like the wild animals can take those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it. So why do you bring Gretchen with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not in one of my cryptid hunts. So I can't hold that against her. I'm just so happy she's still so feisty even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health. Here she is, running around the woods at 17. I feel like the fresh mountain air and the exercise has helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretchen? Never too late to turn back. Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel when we get right into the night's activities? Got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open the bag of assorted snacks. Take the trail mix, extra M&Ms. Take the snack bar, dried apricots, and sesame sticks. You would like me some M&Ms. I haven't had a good trail mix in a long time. I haven't had not a huge fan of dried fruit. Go with the trail mix. Classic choice, never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it's the best stuff. And I use dried cherries instead of raisins. That is a great choice. Maybe a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. Yes, finally someone who gets it. Raisins are glorified mouse droppings. They destroy everything they touch. Definitely, any other dried fruit's better. I had to find I met a fellow presumed fruit connoisseur who can appreciate my refined taste in trail mix. You and Stella settle down on the overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of the evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws her stick, distracted for the time being. Tell me what it's like in Queensburg. You have a house, an apartment, you live with family or roommates, pets. Tell me what it's like to be biggest. I live in a closet house with 10 roommates. I live in a door space that floods when it rains. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I'd rather not say. I mean, the first one implies I have a little bit of money. Who lives in a studio apartment and doesn't have a cash? I live in a dingy studio apartment. And it's a mixed bag. At first, it was kind of nice to have a space that's just mine, but now it feels cramped. Like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose it for myself. And as far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, toilet's gone to get backed up because the lady upstairs flushing her cat's litter. Smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant, you know. You say living things are supposed to brighten up the room. When you put it like that thing, I wonder if, say, the old man should step over or step down for you. Maybe a step sideways. Maybe try to look for a different place, or maybe find your roommate. Gotta be a better apartment than that in the big city like Queensburg. I've been saving up something for a little better. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? I build programmatic ads for a company no one's ever heard of. I sell my arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate of the Big Lore. I'm a streamer. I'm a student, a teacher, service industry. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of fucking choices. Huh. Let's get our himbo a bit of a little brains. You know those ads you see on the sidebar of every website, you feel like they know too much about you? Oh yeah, the ones that recommend stuff based on things I'd swear we talk about in person. It's so creepy, it's like they hear everything I say. I work for a company that built those ads for other companies. I went to school for computer science and thought I'd be doing something challenging when I got hired. But instead of actual programming, they mostly had me go in and make endless changes to font size and color. Whatever makes people want to click the ad. I usually make like 40, 50 ads that are all exactly the same and track each of them on a giant spreadsheet. That's my life. That seems a little soul-crushing. It could be worse. At least I have a job. And programmers make a lot of money, right? Usually. I definitely thought the number of my paycheck was a lot when it was fresh out, but it turns out they hired me way below the market rate. Maybe I'll find something new, though. Biggest users ChatGPT confirmed. Oh, they know! They're on to me! Street smart. A crisp breeze watches over you. You can't help but shake the feeling you're being watched. Ooh, look at the bottom left! Look at the bottom left, there's eyes! You scan the tree line, but whoever's out there is nowhere to be seen. I think we're being watched. It might be a skunk ape. Do your best to pretend he isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built the house, and he must have done a great job because it's still as sturdy as ever been. Thank God that your parents aren't exactly around anymore. Yeah, you got it. I had a few years back. It's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on, and we still get to live in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. Could be a lot worse. What were they like? You get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He's always out there in the woods on the trail or something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you know, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He made sure I had food and I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. Oh, look at Gretchen eating the stick. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. Local vet, the lady all the farms knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong too. Turns out pulling calves out of a 1,600-pound cow is a great way to build muscle. She was gentle, too. Even the smallest mouse get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen's here, one of the oldest dogs I ever met. Yeah, those were my parents. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club, Jesus! I can relate. Mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Oh, thanks, Biggest. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm glad to see her go. Terribly, to be honest. I'm okay hanging in there. Yeah, he really wants to say the Dead Moms Club, and it's killing me. I'm okay. Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I kind of came to terms with it by the time it actually happened. Not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore, so that's a relief. Hospitals were another story, though. Can't even imagine how bad that was. Salt in the wound at that point. Whoa. So when he packs her bag and swings it over his shoulder. Please tell me that was a raccoon or something. Something, yeah. Whatever made that sound, I've never heard anything like it. It's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weech clucks call up from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. I'm sorry, that had a massive tumor. Give me one moment. Alright, where did we left off on the weird tumor chicken thing. I couldn't tell whether the chicken ran away or got pulled away by something. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. Guessing it must be maybe, I don't know, 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. Whatever it is, it has to be one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. I was bored on this whole thing, but now we found thing. We have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. We're catching this thing. We gotta go now. Stella sprints in the woods in pursuit, leaving no choice but to run after her. Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. I like how I'm holding on to Gretchen. No! Oof. Oh good, the monster will get you first. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, the poor thing. It's been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus. It's still alive. Investigate the chicken. You move closer to Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. Hold Gretchen leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Alright. The wing is broken. I don't think we need to worry about the head. Good God, at first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. Skin is stretched taut, growth pulsing beneath. Whatever it might be you know better than to investigate this lump any closer. You've seen horror movies. You back away from the chicken, your curiosity eclipsed by your instinct for self-preservation. It looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but seems to the least of this chicken's concerns. This poor little chicken with eyes looking up at you, glazed over, but still rowing around its sockets with unfortunate life. Having investigated her tent, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Looks like we found one of Duke's chickens, folks. Not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but there seems some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much can be done for at this point. Geez, I'm gonna have to put some massive content warning on this video. Did you hear that? What in the same hell are you doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong with you, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? Duke, we're on the same here. We both want it to happen to Birdie as much as you do. We'll get to the bottom of this as soon as promised. We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. We were on the trail when we found her like this. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear him in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't be in none of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen or hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming towards her. Come out, you sons of bitches! Duke, don't shoot him. You have no idea what'll happen. You hear that still? It ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they're gonna pay for what it did to my girls. Come on. Well, look at where Gretchen's trying to pull me. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick, they're closing in on us! Dive for Gretchen. You dive for her and scoop Gretchen in your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eye fixate on this tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Oh, God! You hear a body hit the ground and then quiet as chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. Oh my God, Duke killed her! He got killed by his own shotgun! Gretchen? Biggest? Duke, are you alright? Just a little shaken up. Same. Gretchen whines and shakes her arms. Gretchen, here, I'll take her. Poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke? Are you okay? Oh my God. Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do now? What do you mean, what do we do now? Duke had a hunting accident by himself in the woods. That's it. Are you serious? We have footage of exactly what happened here. Sure, it's a little dark and shaky, but you can make out the thing coming out of the woods. You take it to the police. Duke's family deserves closure. Other people deserve to know what's out here. It's going to be a lot harder for them to believe what happened than decide that a stranger from a big city came from town and shot someone. Too easy for them to pin this on me. Right. The whole thing's hard to believe. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after him before we lose our chance. Are you nuts? A man is dead still. Yeah. Okay. No. I'm going to go... I feel like it was really asshole-ish to say that, so I'm going to go lead the way. It's like, dude managed to tag one him before he, you know... Should be able to follow that blood trail. Kill while it's still fresh. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds again surround you. Keep running. God, they're everywhere. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. As the shrieks pull you back into the steady whispers, you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead, dying animals. A sinking realization pulses at your gut. This is their nest, and you're surrounded. More of the swellings. All the animals here have them. Or had them. Should have grabbed that shotgun. We need to get out of here. The footage doesn't matter anymore. To get the hell away from this nest. Agreed. Just as you follow Stella and a mad dash through the woods, so do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of the trees and down the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. Are you sure we shouldn't call the cops? After seeing the nest, call away. Be my guest. I should get reception now back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. 13 text messages. Call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay and let her know your message sits unread. Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. That's a lot of text and missed calls from you-know-who. Maybe Tabby's just worried about you. First things first, let's call the police. Phil pulls out a phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's still Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on a signet trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun and happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? Guess now we wait. Well, now we got 2 funerals this week. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walks two sheriffs, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing glasses despite it being the middle of the night. See right there, things jump out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? That's some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. The heck is that? Some kind of crop circle? Killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate that camera, Mr. Richard, if you don't mind. It's evidence. But okay. So let me turn off to save battery. Stella gave in their request suspiciously easily. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body. But for now, Sheriff Hugby and I. Please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you, and who are you exactly? That's Biggest. He came town today for the funeral. Biggest? As in Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you back to town. If there's any naked maniac or loose, it's best if you don't walk on your own. It wasn't? Never mind. Aren't you going out there tonight? The dead body in the woods. Those things are out there could attack somebody. Well, it ain't exactly old Duke going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. They only have a skeleton crew here at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step in the vehicle, we can return safely to your home. Have to ride back with you? We could just walk. The creatures left. We'll be fine. Our friend will have to insist for your own safety. Huh. Well, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is if your mama permits. Earl, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of the squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head effectually, but remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretched upon her pug face as Hugby scratched behind her ears. Such a gregarious person, Stella is unusually quiet as the car makes its way down the pitch-black mountain road. Stella, you good? Doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on his shoulder. Reach out and rest your palm on his shoulder. Jumps at your touch, but you could feel some retention ease. I let her hear a self-soothing sigh. I don't think Stella's okay back here, fellas. I'm sure it's just a little car sickness. She'll be right as rain once we get back to the hill. Though, she'd best not try to hurl in the meantime. We want Franklin here to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Better keep together till then. As the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives away the uneven pavement, the car comes to stop in a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this sorted out in the morning. Now just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Fox Mulder. Biggest. You're in town for the funeral. Good, don't go to leaving before then. I imagine you need to ask a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. They'll keep an eye on for him. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. No, I bet by saving Gretchen, I avoided a very bad ending for Gretchen. Bye-bye, Gretchen, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are back in town, away from the woods with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask if we could walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I just don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. What a night. Seemed a little blaze about everything. I can't believe they were waiting until morning to even start looking for him. And who knows what those things are doing to his body right now. What's worse is I think they implied you're a suspect even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. Well, they have to pin it on... Well, I'm screwed. I really don't believe us about what happened, and I doubt the footage helped clear anything up. After all, these may be my last few days of freedom. Better use them well. Told you we shouldn't trust the cops. I'm not going to lie. The deck's a little stacked against us right now. But okay, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll let it hold up in court. And we won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. Gotta find out more about these things. If we can get clear footage, or better yet, trap on them, there's no way they'll blame me for what happened. The library doesn't know for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town might have some useful information. My friend's mom. The place isn't far. We should head over if it gets any later. I should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take too long. If anyone stopping first? I know I wouldn't head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. I really should head back. Okay, if you're sure. I won't stop you if that's what you really want. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. I know I probably shouldn't leave Stella, but she has Gretchen. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods could have infested these trails as well. But it's too late for you to turn around. You'll either make it back to the estate or you won't. I guess. You turn to see a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Run. Without a word, you turn and bolt away from the figure, sprinting farther and longer than you thought possible. That's right! I did the smart thing, motherfucker! You made it. Your salvation style, you make a mad dash for the door. Try the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? It didn't... All these sound excusatory. I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care, you gave me a heart attack. I think I saw a miner on the way back home. Scared the shit out of me. You know what's going on there? Mining town. Of course miners walk around the woods. I went into the woods with the girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended up with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella. Explains everything, and she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Wait, you don't want to hang out? Still hyped up on the adrenaline after tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little while. Cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in this state. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember Stella asked you to call her when she got back. Call her. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Make it back alright? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm glad you're okay. I got some interesting leads for tomorrow. Talk more then. A relative safely in the uncomfortable bed, the events of past evening seemed like something that happened to someone else. Though you can clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're warm and safe. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters. And make them seem like they were nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in a normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought. But deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. There are a lot of options in this game. That was just the first day. I will give it to the creator of this game though. The style and stuff of like everything makes it feel like it's like a real place and yet strangely subverted. Like something just slightly wrong. Who was that crying? There's a blood stain over there. Okay, some alpacas. Alpaca. Llama. Oh, there's something watching the woods. I gotta say, Scarlet Hollow is a bad place. I don't really like this place. Very long intro. I'm sorry. As a door with a lot of locks. And a lot of scratch marks. And it's locked from the outside. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I love mansions that are absolutely terrifying. Thank God I didn't explore it. I gotta drink some water. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. So, Ditchling. I got a lot of achievements there. World State in episode 2. Please save your game right now. I'm gonna save. I wonder if there was a way to save Duke there. No. I don't need a recap episode 1. I've learned about the Ditchlings. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You're still alive, and for now, you're safe. Yeah, I figured Gretchen would have died if I tried to save Duke, because if I got in the flashlight, Duke wouldn't have, it would have missed. And Gretchen would have been run off and then attacked by... We probably would have found Gretchen with one of those tumors, and I don't think I could have done that. I literally saw the choices, and I already knew what it was going to be. Like, I was like, they're going to kill the dog if I don't do this. Like, we're going to find Gretchen with, like, a fucking tumor or something. Oh, I would have just quit the stream right there if I'd done that. Your gaze wanders across... Well, here's the question, like, do they die if I don't choose to go with her? That's the issue I'm looking at here. Took some boiled peanuts from a stranger, found no possum in my dresser, watched the Duke die in the woods, called the police, went straight home at the encounter in the woods, met a terrible stranger on the way back, returned to my cousin's estate before going to bed. You wonder if monsters are working there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the Crumlin estate. A familiar unease settles in your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling in the events of last night played out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Check in the opossum. You open the drawer to check on the opossum you managed today. Oh, good. He's still here. That's nice. Pat the little man. You reach in to pat the little man. He immediately plays dead. You leave him to his theatrics and close the drawer. Look around the closet. The doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly consolation. Look out the window. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen whenever lurking in the garden. Oh, there was something out there. For a second you thought you saw movement. Could have been an animal. Could have been something else. Whatever it is, it's gone now. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. Probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. Can't imagine she's holding up very well. Send a picture of your tiger cat found on the internet. Might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? May I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over. As silly as that seems, you are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had to run in with the cops. The cops say anything about Duke? They find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. They had quite a few questions about you, Biggest. Before you ask, don't worry. I told you you're an upstanding citizen. Thanks for having my back. Sure, what else is family for? Oh my god, her smile gets me! Duke's blood is on my hands. There are monsters in the woods. We need to leave. I saw those with my own two eyes. That what Stella's got you on about? That girl spent years chasing on Shadow thinking it's Bigfoot. She's just sleeping around town where nothing ever happens. Not about to flee in terror just because Stella thinks she saw some ghouls. What is up with you and Stella? You just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. What's the plan for today? Plan is that I go to work and do my job and you stay out of trouble. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes his few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending the characteristic creak that slams the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you're the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing alright, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Up most of the nights, we're cryptid forums. Not good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to... I have scones. I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. With that, it's time to start your day. Make a PB&J. Stella might have scones at the library, but scones are later. PB&J is now. You quickly escape to gather ingredients and gobble up delicious breakfast. And that's that. As your eyes wander the garden door, you shudder, remember the brief glance of something you saw from upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon. The uncertainty of what you saw nods at you, tells you to investigate. If only to prove it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. You wander further in the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where the thing had been. If indeed there had been a thing to begin with. You crouch down, pushing inside the greenery, examine soft earth. A boot print. A big boot print. And that would look some kind of viscera. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Exit the cellar. Look what I found in the garden across my window. No way that's Tabitha sized. You head back inside, time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. The town. Excuse me. My day is just full of distractions today. The walk back to town was much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, and you didn't yet know the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery, more like walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Geez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look, who I found at the library. Said she was up all night looking at the video. Adding you to group text. Kanika. I'm only here because it's quiet in the store, I'm trying to figure out what the animal things were. I don't buy in this Harbinger of Doom stuff. We all know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are Harbingers of Doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Send a heart emoji. Put your phone away. Almost back to town. Make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumping out at you. No scary men blocked your path. Sight of other people's comforting. Helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happen to someone else. Hey, Biggest. We were just talking about you. Stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and well, you're the biggest thing to come to town since the coal mine. Folks here are absolutely buzzing about you. I'm Sybil. I run the tea house. I believe you met my daughter's friend Stella. Well, you went out with her last night, right? Nothing else happened out there? Barely even waved when she walked by. We bumped into Duke a couple of times. We're out there, and he had a hunting accident. Wait, what? Is he okay? No. I'm afraid Duke's no longer with us. Stella stopped by last night and told me about her and Biggest's encounter in the woods. Holy crap. Can't believe this is the first I heard of it. Has anyone told Bo? Yes, he's taking well, as you can imagine. I'm going to check up on him today, the poor lad. Can't believe you had to see that, Biggest. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's blend and calm the nerves. It's shotgun, plum, and balm. Always help me on the bad days. You need to talk about what happened. I'm all ears. Anyway, it's up to you. See you around, Biggest. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. Alright then, keep your secrets. Never know how someone might respond to hearing truth of what you encountered last night. I better get back to it myself. Before I go, a word. Stella stopped by last night and told me what happened in the wood. I've seen your footage. She managed to hold on to the memory card, and the police are just sitting on an empty camera for now. You know what you two went through last night. I know what you saw. Those creatures are real. My grandmother called them ditchlings. They're a terrible omen. A sign of great suffering and destruction to come. I've told Stella and my daughter as much as I know, though I'm afraid that's not very much. What kind of destruction are we talking about here? If there were just one or two, I'd say a bridge collapse, maybe a bad accident. But this many, multiplying like they are, I couldn't tell you. There was a man on my way home last night. It was dark, but he had a miner's jacket on. He knew my name. There was something really wrong about him. That would be Wayne. You don't have to worry about him. He's harmless, just very sick. But do let me know if he bothers you again, you hear? So we should try to get many of these people to leave as we can, right? If something bad is coming. We need to get people out of here. Even go where? These people's whole lives are in this town. Their home, the histories, the families. Most of them don't have the money to even start somewhere new. You could try to convince them, but I think you'll find it a difficult task. Are they dangerous? Are they going to start attacking people? I think you misunderstand me. They're not dangerous on their own. Think of them more as birds flocking before a storm. They're neither a threat nor their own, nor the cause of what's to come, merely a sign that things are not how they should be. What happened to Duke was an unfortunate accident, nothing more. What can we do about this? I'm afraid I don't have any answers that could make you happy. You could start by figuring out why they're here. I'm sorry to cut the conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Be safe, Biggest, and God bless. Swing by the general store. Young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you've stepped in. Hey! Hey, if I wanted to buy some chips or something, I'd talk to you, or you can just have some chips that you want. Not a big deal. Won't Kanika get mad? Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge. She stopped doing whatever. Kaniki's scared about me offering some free chips. She can hire someone else to let me live my life. She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. We'll make the most of our money on bulk orders anyways. A bag of chip doesn't make a difference. Hell yeah, thanks for looking out. You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips near my shelf. It'll sustain you for the coming days. Right on. Hey, I'm Biggest. Just got to town yesterday. I'm Miles. What you doing on phone? Playing Dragon Ball game. It's not like it's cool or anything. I'm just killing time. Well. See ya, Miles. See ya. Miles focus turns back to phone as you leave general store. Sticky fingers. Swing by the diner. Diner's quiet today, but the air is heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Talk to Avery. Saw in the booth across from Avery. Coffee date! Hey there, stranger. Before you exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. Answer 29 is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that the sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like this in Pigpen? You kidding me? How am I supposed to guess that? I don't even know why you bother with those things if they're just going to frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. Maybe I should switch this to Sudoku. When he leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to a receipt behind the counter. So, what the hell really happened last night? You tell me, I won't judge. What if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge, I'm here to listen. I could flirt with him, but I don't want to flirt with Avery. I'm on Stella's path right now. Confidant! I decided to tell him. You spill the beans. Glad to have someone talk to about the horrors you're winning. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. I wonder if Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? May not have lived here long, but I ain't never heard something that happened around this parts. Can't say I like the thought of it. Now that I think about it, the cops came in the morning coffee. They mentioned something good out in the woods to look for someone. Must have been Duke. He seems so disconnected from it. I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow. Yeah, they seem weirdly suspicious of me. I don't get it. They saw Stella's footage. They saw what happened up there. It feels like all they've done is hound me. And I don't know if it helps your anxiety. But even if they think you did something, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't bother going after you. These cops come in here every day. I feel like I know them pretty well by now. Let me tell you, they have no faults here. I can't tell you the number of complaints they just dropped after a day or two. And I'll vouch for you if you try anything. I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte, God. 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more, I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass up on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone comes from the coal folks growing up in this town. It's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks are plenty polite and friendly. There's a shared history I'll never be a part of. You regret moving here? I don't think I have a choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere else without Aunt Winnie. There's no way she's leaving this place. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you mind me asking. Nah, that's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great. Especially since I was stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay. The rest is history. You should get out of your things to get any worse and take me with you. I get it. I haven't felt like an outsider at all. Everyone's been so welcoming. No need to dunk on your cousin. But I guess I've only been here a day. Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of thing you notice till you really live somewhere. But hey, who knows? Let me know if you're coming across any leads. We're on the case. Definitely. Aw, man, looks like my shift's starting. Hope you're doing a bit better. Diner here so everyone comes to gossip. I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions these monsters or anything strange or unusual. Avery slips out the booth, giving a friendly halfway pedestrian out the back. Leave the diner ready to continue your day. Head to the library. You enter the former town hall. Ah, there they are. Look at them in the back. So cute. For what's might have been a stately floor, it's been converted into rows of shelves, meeting rooms and offices. The long way gave to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh, hey, you made it. Just Stella and pointed all the books before heading over to a table. You quietly shut Stella before heading over to Kanika's table. This is a library. Oh, Stella didn't mention how cute you were. Kanika is just like, I mean, hey, it's nice to meet you in person. I'm Kanika. Stella's already filled me in about last night. Made it. Glad you could join us. You look tired. Ah, did you call me cute? No, you must have misheard me. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty eager to crack into these books. Right, let's get started. Oh, before I forget, we're going to talk about the photo you sent me this morning. Okay, check this out. Biggs found in Tabby's garden this morning, right in line side of his room. What in the world is that liquid around it? Like pus. Creep in a bloody mining uniform snuck on me last night. I think it's him. Give my name. Sybil thought it might be some guy named Wayne. Creep who comes around my mom's tea room? Yeah, it sounds like him, alright. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, there's something seriously wrong with the guy. It's really concerning. Let us know if you need somewhere else to stay. I wonder if there's any connection between him and what happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have a whole prophecy impending doom angle to explore. This photo is weird. Can't stop thinking about the splatters on the ground. He's sick. It's from the creatures you encountered. Hey, there's strangers! And literal stranger? Hey, I could say we won't be strangers for long. No, introduce myself. I'm Biggest, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that you knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's strong. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian, and, well, the only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was... Oh my god, why is the music so loud for me? Rosalina. Y'all too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering our texts, and I want to make sure she doesn't get in trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs with. They're good kids to heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. It's the old Maxwell place. It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be that reckless. Floors there are like Swiss cheese. I have to really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Kids are smarter than you think. Take care of herself. Might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. Not as safe as it usually is around here. But so? I think it's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in here today. You ever heard any creatures called the Ditchwings? They're like a type of cryptid that shows up when things are on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was creepypasta. India's mom told us about it last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchwings? Huh. Oh, it doesn't ring a bell. Still, worth a shot. Okay, say if you were trying to predict a horrible disaster might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself. I'd probably figure out what disasters were in this region and typically fall prey to. Well, hey, should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna announce some more books. Hey, well, I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, you don't have to worry about that still. You got such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? You have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree. Oscar, I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. She's right about the weird stuff. Definitely something unusual going on in those woods. Yeah, whatever's out in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. He knows better than getting into trouble. Make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Biggest, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, you let her know her dad's worried about her. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. She's grabbed a whole mess of local library books. Bella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright. This is going to be so much faster with two of us here to help you out. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. Skip through Veins of Scarlet, A History of Scarlet Coal Mines, Silas Scarlet, Soldier, Woodsman, Leader, Appalachian Folk Monsters. Readings for suckers! Let Kanika and Stella do the work for you. I could do that because I'm a himbo, but I'm going to go through the history of the Scarlet Coal Mines. Forced in retirement at age of 50 due to his time. Indian Wars. Exasperated his short stint of serving as a captain of the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet walks his two eldest sons into the bloody civil wars, leaving his third son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly due to part to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what is it today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that it was until 1895. The largest and finest suite of architecture in the region, culminated in a tragic collapse of 1918. It was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. Casualties include Andrew Jackson's son, Scarlet's son Theodore, his brother Enoch, who had taken over their aging father during the war, who managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. Inside your family made their fortune. Silas Scarlet. Born to Colin Everett J. Scarlet in 1818 and one of the 12 siblings, he grew up in eastern North Carolina during the tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to the particular ruthlessness, which he received the name Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for service during the Indian War. They settled to the hills of North Carolina in 1841. Land would become Scarlet Hollow. Okay, so this is North Carolina. Okay. It started as a simple log cabin built by Silas's two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas and his wife married Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. 8 children! Logging business brought many workers and fellow owners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich teams of coal running into the entire region Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He served what he could, bought with the surrounding hillside with a discount, carefully hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to fund Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. A few entries catch your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna look at these ones. I'm gonna take a drink of water first. And it's a warm day. Okay. Wampus cat, a large cat-like creature with a loud howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. That sounds awful. That sounds fucking horrifying. Tommyknockers, a native cave-dwelling creature primarily known for causing mischief. Palipo, a creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. I'm gonna go through all these. Often linked to the Cherokee legends of some... Whoa! Hold up! This is what he was talking about. This is what the Duke was talking about when he said a mountain lion. This is actually... It was actually a wampus cat. Often linked to the Cherokee legend, some cite the wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people from the region from its evil. Bobcat mask. Interesting. Others say the creature comes to the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of the village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched it secret from underneath the cat's belt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion was fused with the pelt, and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander from the wilderness alone, feared by all. And we're sure that that's not frou-frou. Her calls are those of great sadness, and serve as a warning against anyone who dares to go against tradition. Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when the Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian Mountains. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from the seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves a benevolent warning. Others believe the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of the mines to collapse them, on whoever's unfortunate to still be inside. They're traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun beings. Some claim to the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Explore Talipo. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs and empty, the hunter spied something out the corner of the eye. Some small creatures had gotten into the cabin through a hole before he could even figure out what he had drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through the tiny hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess this'll have to do, he said to his dog, and threw the tail in the pot to cook his soup. He and his dog ate well that night, with the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. When he woke to the sounds of long nails scraping across the floor, his dog was nowhere in sight. Only a rumpled spot in covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw 2 big yellow eyes staring back at him. I want my telepoop. That high horse croaked from the darkness. Go away, he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer and still shrouded in darkness. The sound of long claws dragging across the hardwood accompanied its movements. I want my telepoop, the creature growled again. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching his throat in fear. There was no dog to be seen. I want my telepoop! Before the hunter could much as scream, the creature leapt at him from the darkness. Long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning all that remains of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods. You're done here. Ah. Who else will put it back? I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, we're going with what Kanika's mom said last night. I think we can roll any natural disaster as to what brought the Ditchwings here. But nuclear disasters. I mean, looks like our state has a history with those. What do you all? I'm sorry, we have a history of nuclear disasters? Huh. What about y'all? You find anything? Before you can respond, hands a black cat leaps on the table. Still Cookie slams her book shut. Oh, hey, Pixel. You might want to close your book. You left some rip any paper you could find. I don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes down and sell treats. Sorry, Pixel's been bothering you. Hope he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. Can't stand the thought of people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Good Pixel being. Cat curls up on a table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if you need anything. Any luck with Rosalina? Not yet, I knew it would be a handful. But I think it didn't happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done to check on the usual hunts. I'm sorry, Stella, what did you say about nuclear incidents? We're talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s, the B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up in midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history. First two bombs ended up right after its parachute got cut in the tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out the only thing preventing its detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on descent. Yeah, I didn't think I could be talking to all these animals! 60 years later, the second bomb hasn't even been recovered. Right, it's conventional explosive disintegrated midair. But most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it, sealed it up. Oh god, we're screwed. Oh, if the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many Ditchwings here? Yeah, Goldsboro is 400 miles from here. Not that we shouldn't be looking too hard at the disaster angle, but whoever those creatures are, they're biological. Look, you ever know with radiation? We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb is going to explode on its own 100 miles from here and kill us. You never know. There could always be an underground society of bomb-worshiping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. Hey, Whisper. I think there's a cult here. You guys think there's like a cult here? Like those cops are awfully suspicious. Like, they're trying to cover something up. Like, really weird combination being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know, it just feels like a cover-up. That was pretty bad. I'm not sure they really happen to be part of a cult. Definitely. I really don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. Alright, let's talk about the veins of Scarlet. What about the coal mines here? Kanika visibly shudders. You cold sweats just thinking about placing that. I feel bad for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I gotta love a group boss. What happened after the mine collapse? What kind of just glosses over that? Oh, there was a union for a little bit. Didn't last. There's not a whole lot of written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine is exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure the Tabby runs it better than Charles Shaw did. Doesn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's good. What happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. You got run out of tail on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. They actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. The big mural went over on the far wall. Got off easy, if you ask me. So maybe the Ditch Queen's here trying to foretell another collapse. Jesus, that's morbid. Science, that wasn't Charles Shaw's fault. Labor market's way more strict now. There's no way you can get away with what kind of safety cutbacks he pulls. Writing it down on a list of potential disasters. You all don't think the mine's actually gonna collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Ooh, had me worried there for a second. I hate to get Tabitha any credit, but the mine's safer now than it was back then. Is that what a horrible thought? Never know. Talk about Silas Scarlet. Talk about a self-made man! He was, rich guy in the South. I should have known it would have been prison. Yeesh, I figured rig old men from the South would be great, but sure he did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources of research instead of trusting the first thing you read in a subject. Yeah, dude was a monster. The mine's made a lot of money in the Civil War, too. You can probably guess which side of North Carolina business owner would be working for. That's how you're related to him. I don't think he's relevant to what's happening right now. I agree. We're talking about ancient history here. Probably better leads. Never hurts to have historical context. So, Appalachian folk monsters. Wampas kind of sound like they can be mountain lions. Voices like a woman crying out somewhere, person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely. They're 100% mountain lions. Nick, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct to Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tapped down to either a hoax or someone getting confused or a perfectly normal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank, and then folks saw bears walking around their hind legs and got freaked out. Here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. Manage that, I'll print out a piece of paper that says, Bigfoot isn't real, and I will literally eat it, okay? I promise. I'm holding you to it. So, I think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? He was the ghost of a dead miner. Something seriously wrong with that guy. Definitely look into it, but I don't think he's a ghost. Yeah, ghosts tend to be tied to a specific place. Well, maybe he's haunting the whole town. It's not a ghost because ghosts aren't real. I've also seen him like touch stuff. Yeah, my mom used to tell me about the Tally Post story. I totally forgot about it. Can't believe I forgot about that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try to dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's a little chimney in the woods I used to think was the chimney with Talipo. The one that was left after whatever it did. Now I know it's just the chimneys just don't burn down, and wood houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Talipo. I camped out there a couple times and some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days after chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Alright, let's move on. Why don't we just help look for Rosalina? There's a missing kid in town. That's probably more important than what else we've been doing. Just to clarify, I don't think she's missing. Just out with friends and ignored a poor old man. Not that I don't appreciate your concern. I don't even know where to start to look from the old Maxwell place. What do teens even like to do these days? You don't have to worry about checking up on her. I'm going there myself once I finish shelving. Just let me know if you're running to her while you're out. An awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can look around, find if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners. We're not going to, quote, go unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally. 100%. I'd never. But we don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neves, we're just going to go question some of the miners. And if the question gives a good reason to poke around, say like a cool abandoned coal mine, cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not coming underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. And hey, maybe we'll walk out and run into Rosalina while looking around. Okay, good. Hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. Well, I get it. It doesn't matter what I say here. We're going along with your plan. Well, it just makes the most sense to start there. We can start making it quick, just question a few miners, get done with it. Maybe the town may rest on our shoulders after all. The only problem is Tabitha. Not exactly going to be thrilled to see us snooping around the mines. We can be sneaky. I'll make sure to be a good lookout. She'll never know we're there. Now, look. Look at us, going out like a caper together. I miss this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been wrapped up in running a store. I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something, man. Reese. I already missed that dude. Can't believe how long it's we've seen each other. You seen him lately? Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize he was getting so bad. That poor guy. What if it's not Wayne? What if it's Reese? He seemed excited to meet Biggest. I think Reese might have been the miner that we saw. Alright. Reese's home stands at the edge of a forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. Brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman at the door stares directly in your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Oh, hi, Dr. Kelly. You're wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out? Nothing too strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you do with plan is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either's gotten a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Biggest would get along super well, too. Hi, I'm Biggest. Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks, make you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Reese's mom turns back at the house sign. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses the both of you, too. She sighs again with a finisher thought. You usually feel it best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow, and we'll have some supper. We all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise it'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Biggest. It'd be great. I think I can bring a side dish, some devil eggs. You still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring a soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine, though. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, leave the dog at home. Cheer him up. You know they have those third dogs in the hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Keller. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods, acknowledging, and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking in place can be heard within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Remember she used to be so nice and carefree with the kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed out about Reese. Maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the band. Cool. I'll take my shortcut there. It won't take long for me to get there. Welcome to tag along, Biggest. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you're rather a Kanika. Probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Alright, so what's up with you and cars? Mines have gotten a ways off, right? Don't worry about it, Biggest. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than two people. I'm going to walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. I'm not going to let Stella go off on her own. Woods are calm and serene compared to last night, but you can't help get the feeling danger lurks beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. Gretchen and me. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is, I barely keep myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Luke died out there last night, and I couldn't help thinking that it was my fault. Only did I die for the flashlight. Only I hadn't dragged you along the woods. Only I had listened to you when you wanted to leave. Sorry. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt pulling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happens is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened, like it's just another part of the video. As if I actually admit to other people I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. What happened, happened. We can move forward together. What happened, happened. We can question our decisions and blame ourselves when it happens until the cow comes home. Or we can move forward together. Thanks, Vegas. You're right, I should be better at taking my own advice. Glad we could talk about this, though. Can't imagine what it'd be like to go through this like last night alone. Conversation comes to a dramatic halt with you still and Gretchen all whirling to face source of sound. Well, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. I think probably goes for two of us, huh? Guess we're all in a little on edge. Turn to the mind. It shouldn't be too much farther. That was a dark space. Yeah. Kanika casually leans against her vantage. You and still emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if she feel relieved or disappointed. Look at Gretchen in the background. We're all here. What's the plan? Guess to go talk to people. Guess so. Probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah. I see, said you was persona non grata. Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two. Too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. Yeah, we're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. Well, if Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, the third person doing. Look, you know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on the first date? Oh, do you have some kind of surveillance room in the back of your van that I didn't know about? But no. I have a pair of earbuds with really good mic. We just do a group call. So, I call dibs. I love to do a good sneak. Well, you're gonna do great. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. He hands me a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck. Still can give you a heads up if Tabitha's heading your way. Dang, I miss doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I do my best. Guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mine. Phone buzzes. I'm gonna save. Hey! You hear us? Try saying something. Oh, you're loud and clear. Cool, same goes for you. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in! Alright, Morpheus, good to know. Alright, approach the nearest group of miners or go straight to the main office for the cousin. You approach the nearest group of miners and a blonde woman, broad-shouldered man in their old time. Their units will identify them as Harris, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. Me and Davis and Donnie yesterday when you popped in. How can we help? Yeah, just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. Yeah, right. You guys see anything weird lately? Mine just look you up and down. Weird how? Like weird animal sightings? Nope. We're talking that townie? One boss gave a lifetime ban to? Wait, are they talking about me? Yeah, she's like the Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me alright. Oh, that's so sweet. You know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. Seeing much animals at all lately. We used to all see sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. It's your first year up here, isn't it? It's not used to season changing. All the hybrids are hibernating on, that's all. I don't know. She's got a good point. I've been up here 5 years now. There's never been like this before. Huh. Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Any weird noises from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. No, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. Just not used to the local wildlife yet. You knocking in the mines? Can barely hear nothing with the machines going down there. Right, it's a lot of shit. It does sound like knocking, though. The way the machine pounds to the rock, not sure if that's what you're thinking. Not asking about Tommy knockers, are you? Tommy what now? Tommy knockers. They're like an old well smith. The little guys live in the mines, knock on walls before they collapse. Nothing like that around here. People getting sick? More than usual? Nothing like that. You'll fit as an ox. You have good work and get us to the mine, and our health's fully looked after. Well, okay. What about the questions? Ask him about Wayne. You know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. Such a cut-up. Missed that dude. What happened to him? Minor shift in moment for uncomfortable glancing at each other. Not the guy the all said was gone. That's all that matters. I'm gonna press them. What happened to him? What do you think you are, some sort of cop? Tell me what happened. Fuck off. Dax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades long with you. I know bait when I see it. Get out of here. Shift's at the start anyway. Sorry. I'll just pack up the things and leave. Another group of miners. Stop your tricks, a shaver of your spine as an unfortunate familiar voice calls out to you. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. That you in the garden this morning? You don't have to be afraid of me. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Or you could say another word, the figure is gone. Because you're still there? We've just been getting static from you. I don't mind me, our new friend just stopped to say hello. Well, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. You okay? Told me to stay in the estate for the rest of the week. Wonder why. Told me I'd be safe there. Tell me that. What the hell is that supposed to mean? It must have been threatening you, right? Plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. She deserves to know that creep's working around the mines. Totally get that. You're sure tipping her off may be hard to talk to someone else. No, I'm gonna find Tabitha. Make your way to a trailer in the middle of the camp. I'm gonna hang up real quick. I don't want Tabitha to think I'm spying on her. Disconnect the call before opening the door. Enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at the desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? Well, I can just leave if you want. No, you're already here. Nice to tell me what's so important. Oh, who is Wayne? He keeps following me. Tabitha's size. I don't know who you think was involved in him, but that's not him. Going around asking a question about Sam Wayne, you're probably gonna hear some rumors. Sam was friendly with me. Even came to the estate a few times, and a lot of workers here just can't get over it. He disappeared, and despite what a lot of people are insinuating, I don't know what happened to him. I don't even know if he's alive. Whatever, it's fine. I know it's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing, but I digress. If someone's following you, you should just stay at the estate where it's safe. Funny, you just told me the same thing a minute ago. But I should just stay at the estate where it's safe. No idea what to make of that. Look, if it'll make you feel better, ask some of my men about him. I doubt much will come to it. Not many employees want to get caught tattling to their boss. A monster in the woods, Tabitha. I know it's hard to take this seriously, but I got them on camera. Horrors to the important of doom of the town. I'm not asking you to believe me, but I am asking you to take me seriously. I don't know anything about monsters in the woods. If there's some kind of doom for in the town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Coal is a tough industry, Biggest. I'm sure you know. It seems these hills aren't exactly untapped either. Mine's been operating for almost 200 years. It'll run dry at some point, maybe in my lifetime, but I'll do whatever I have if it just means this place can last a little bit longer. Over 100 people work for me, and for each of these people, this is it. This is the best job they're going to ever get. I don't like doing layoffs, I don't like doing cuts, and I don't like seeing my childhood home crumble around me. Every day I get up, and I do what needs to be done to save this town from ruin. Not that I believe anything comes to Stella and Monster, but who cares if you two saw a harbinger of doom? I see that every day. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. I'm kind of swamped right now. I'm actually getting ready for a big meeting. If you want, you can wait just half an hour. Wait an hour or so, and I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Don't go around bothering men. Don't move muscle. Don't make eye contact with them. It's you working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. As soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbud and read out of the group. Is everything good? I'm not going to talk to the miners anymore. I think I've got all the information I need from them. Yeah, Tabitha was really helpful. Let's meet back up. This was a mistake. Hiding something. No, I think Tabitha is overworked and she's having a lot of fucking problems. Yeah, real helpful. Let's meet back up. Oh, that's incredibly surprising. Are you sticking around here? Head back outside to regroup with Stella and Kid. I think we're... you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement near the corner of your eye. Throw kind of bone with snacks through the hole in the fence just over the crest of the hill. I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What's she doing here? Yeah, clearly she's doing a delinquency. I mean, yeah, what kind of delinquency? Only one way to find out. Go after her. Rush over the hill and get your bearings. The sound of active mining fades in the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward nearby 9. She didn't! I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. The Shaw mine? That place was like shut down 100 years ago. After collapse, it killed over 100 people. Here I thought Stowe was going to be the one to drag me to an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I never did anything like this. Yeah, I would never. Looks away. Okay, maybe I poked my head in there a few times. Well, let's get in there before someone gets hurt. Are you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Biggest and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined... Whoa, I have no idea what just happened. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not allowed to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. That was weird. Everything just, like, stopped for a moment. I am going to call Tabitha. Pull out your phone, dial your cousin. What is he? You know I'm in meeting. Yeah, a kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figure you should know. What? Are you serious? How do things keep happening to me? Oh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me. God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. Yeah, I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. I swear to God, I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. I hang up the call. I'll follow Khalees since I'm like telling Tabitha, I'm like, Tabitha, you gotta understand. A child just walked in this mine. I'm not gonna fucking leave them. The inside of the mine is warmer than you expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing your companions to hunch over. Your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate a maze of corridors. You made it. Oh, gee, Whit. For a second there, Kanika thought you'd make a beeline for Tabby. I was just checking behind us to make sure the coast was clear. That's smart. Can't imagine how happy your cousin got us down here. We didn't see Rosalina do with Hello. You wouldn't catch me dead in a place like this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be speaking too soon. Might catch us all dead in here. Don't worry, y'all. This place hasn't a major collapse in over 100 years. We'll be fine. Lightning never strikes twice, right? Well, what matters is the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. The deeper you go, the progress of the mountain, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs around thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, cramped down here. Did anyone say chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more cost-forward than anyone expected to be. This one's real bad, you know, because of the child miners, or say, the minor miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but there's one way you can make sure it's haunted. It's cracking jokes about dead children laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt spirits wherever I go. I can't believe you made me come down here on purpose. Yeah, it was part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it's mine, hands down. But all I got was the dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Guarantee we're gonna hear, like, knocking. No positive sound rushes over. Oh god, what's that? The mine's gonna collapse, or we're gonna die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how the wind sounds down here. Sounds so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my aspirates to the depths. Every time I thought I found spooky ghosts, I'd wound up being an unghostly experience. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns a flashlight towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good. I was last year alone. My god, there are bats down here? I'm not gonna get rabies, alright? I'm not gonna get rabies and die in the mine collapse. Holding up? Yeah, okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Did you get stopped mentioning a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine? Okay. What was that? That was... no idea what that was. Sound like knocking to you guys? That's gotta be a Tommy knocker, right? Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe there actually might be something down here, and I just missed it the first time around. Okay, no. Tommy knockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time down here, but maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. 3, you were interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, that wasn't a Tommy knocker. Came from this way. Follow me. Follow Stella. We follow Stella further in the mine. Oh my god, Miles is here too! You breathe a sigh of relief as tight passageways give way to the small cavern. A group of teens stare at you in glance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said, Alexis, if I went into Echo, I'd yell into a Grand Canyon. Yeah. Are you 5? What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life. This place isn't miserable. It's rad and cool. What the hell are you exactly? That's big as Tavis's cousin. Rosalinda, your dad's worried sick about you. If you ask me, he was right to worry. What the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? This is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? No. No one comes in here. Duh, everyone knows we hang out in Maxwell place now. We gotta find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find a more secluded place so we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. It's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. He'd at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and he worries about you. Really not asking for much. Do kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where'd you even get those? Teens avoid on character. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever. It's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Not like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. Not like anyone comes on Tuesdays and Mom's there, so it's fine. I start encountering around the cameras. Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why I always have to be the responsible one? You know what I'd give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you could have a chance to live your life. This is what you're doing with it? Your dad seemed to be saw you stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if you're here to be disappointed, you wound up such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Alright. Both of y'all should cool it. No, we can't. Both of y'all should cool it. There's no reason you can't safely chill her together, okay? Now pass me one of those canned margaritas. Oh yeah, right on. Tina and Bandy hand you a canned margarita. You know, it's not actually that even dangerous down here. My dad's a foreman in the continuous mining finish. They said it's only abandoned the mine because there wasn't enough coal left. And it's actually really safe. We can hang out here when we want. I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Like, so oh, God, you did call her, didn't you? This is why it took you a minute to catch up with us. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. None of you understand what a boarded entrance mine is supposed to mean. It means closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen bunny jumps up and starts to strut on the ceiling. Oh, that was the knocking we were hearing early? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think you realize how extremely 8th grade is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalie. None taken. Other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalie. You're chill. Smart, too. Enough! Damage is already done. Now leave. Tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. Can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. And I'd like to see the sun again before I die. Come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. I used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation. What with the whole Ditchwind thing, but outside of that, who would tell them they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation still, but I own this mine. I'm tired within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it's tired within my rights to tell you to leave. It's your lifetime ban from my mind. It's not clear enough message for you. Yeah, Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbait YouTube channel where you run around in the woods shaming nothing is extremely sad. Was she sad? So what? Give it a few years, you'll be sad too. That's just time is inescapable. I look at Tabitha just looks so worn down from life. Look, we're just going to give Rosalina a good time. Home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. You've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. That says we can't stay at our house. You got a hot plate and a couple of cots in the back room. You're a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you want to do your underage drinking thing, go do it in the woods. Get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar's a good reason for that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford him when he's lying to his safe face. What a coward. Like, I don't think you can, like, say that thing about other people's families. Isn't that like a bully or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? No, I can't believe you didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. No ghost, Stella. It'd be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish you'd be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. Like he doesn't think I can handle it. He's still a little kid. Listen, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, every single one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for the child labor laws, the 5 of you might actions of actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not mature anyway. That mature anyway. She still suits with stuffed animals. Hey, that doesn't mean she's not mature. Oh, pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Alright. I'm not going to weigh on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in like Ghostbusters or something. That sounds pretty right to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh my god, Zane, you can't Ghostbust if there's no ghost. And Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we figure out a bust if it's actually real. And, well, if it isn't real, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you can always stay at my house. I'll still a Ghostbust your place. You have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. And we talk about this like it's a thing. It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. Hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I say this to the rest of you kids. Leave this empty mine for someone with black lung, crushed by a rock to meet one of the terrible fates people tend to be, meet in abandoned mines. That was a knock. Thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I would swear. And what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a list of whole perfectly natural explanation for scary mine noises? Tommy knockers, for sure. Now, I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella! I both Tava and Kanika. I know, but we're such what happened here. Past few days, what if there's a chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. You have no sense of self-preservation. I want you out of here now, Stella. Come on, Tabby, you come on too. You guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper in this mine. Nobody's staying in this mine. You're all leaving. Please listen, Tabby, to where my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. I will not. Wait a second, where the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you could have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off. I've been zoning out for the whole time we've been here. Oh my god, they must squeeze through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I never knew we'd get my hips to... Stella, please stop sneaking into my minds. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels there were wide enough for adults, we could have already been done with this little mess. But no, they just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Hey, didn't you just talk about child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind. Becca's head pops up from the tunnel's entrance. We're not allowed to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine's safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, Becca says it's safe. We're totally fine. But whatever. You two, I just know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where the tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want everyone of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get them lost and die, I'm not going to let their family sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Biggest. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyway. They have crossed a barrier I cannot, so my time is up. It's only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you're not about to weasel your way into the Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I could totally help out. Have it the size. Oh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine. I won't waste my time arguing. I'm not about to say we could all leave. Do I have to come with you? Still, don't push Tabitha's battery like that. Alright, well, I'm not getting in the middle of this. There's nothing to get in the middle of. It's fine. I said Stella can tag along. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, okay? You want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'd be easier to come around without her. It's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat it last night. Who knows if we'd have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be too long. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Danica miles sane and head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving Tabitha and Stella to find the remaining teens. I'm gonna save again because, good God, it's crazy how many fucking choices there are. I really don't want to kill the kids, but they're asking for it. I made sure to like properly smile for it. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You can tell us exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. I really like Tabitha once we get past her angry phase. She's just under a lot of pressure. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Okay, well, why are we doing this again? I thought you and Tabitha... You thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha's too cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Don't think you're cool. Can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Tabitha just gives her a look. Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet. But I'm in the talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Okay, I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading too much into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean I care what people think of you. Congratulations on your sponsor. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice, that's a big deal. You're like on every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels a really big step forward for the channel. I wish Becca hadn't said all the things she said tonight. Yeah, I don't like her. She's mean, has nothing to do with you. No, it's just a teen being teen. She isn't mean because she's mean. She thinks Tabitha's cool. Because, like, she... Anyways, yeah. She likes that Tabitha doesn't let anything get to her, but the truth is, a lot of things get to Tabitha. I'm gonna remind someone. Tabitha's like, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as something better than people's opinion about you. If you did, I wouldn't have tried so hard to keep you on my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Oh, man. Wish they were gossiping about me. Gosh, I'm not so sure about that. I just know the teens, they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Just me or the knocking coming the same direction as kids. Not just you. Okay, the knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosaline. It's just the mine sounds. Do you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. No reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Tommy knockers. Tommy knockers. Oh, calm down, both of you. That yourself, Stella. As soon as they get deeper on, the bravado in the face authority vanished in a puff of smoke. Or just rocks falling somewhere deep in the mine, which is also bad. Obvious reasons. Alright, are we sure the tunnel that they went through is going to be back up with us? That's a familiar all with the old maps of the space. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper in the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. The central ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can hear the echoes of terrified teens. They're panicked, arguing, bouncing around pitch-black corridors. Here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. Never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up the ladder and disappears over there. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Haul them down into the pit. Walk to the ladder and calm down. Climb down, sorry. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry. I don't want to be down here anymore. I think this was actually this way? Oh, shut up. Nobody wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca! Yeah, they're close, alright. Good thing they're so damn loud. Sounds like they're really lost. Voices around you, those are the teens your companions, sound off, distant. Hold up. I'm gonna save. Oh, dude, the knocking is awful. Step forward. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder. You don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, you're right, Biggest? They are witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Cousin dives towards you, but before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. It's scary. The atmosphere and just the sheer what the fuck of everything is awful. They put so much work into doing all of these different illustrations and stuff. Oh, thank God you're alive. Looks like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Either you can move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself so you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm gonna get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? He's like crying. It's like... You fade back out of consciousness, your companion clambers of the pit, attempting your rescue. You rise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions. The surroundings come back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teens, echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I just let Alexis talk me into inviting you here in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go! Okay, I will, Alexis. You don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She didn't lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You could practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking's not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? These kids are lost. Forget about them, we're leaving. Rosalina appears to pass you to your left. She's out of breath, she looks like she's been crying. I'm sorry I snuck up like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell's up with this knocking, but that sound is that's the sound of a mine collapsing. Quick, up that ladder, both of you. Hey, Becca and still Alexis are still down there. Can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. You have a death wish, little girl. This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do is help those girls, is not be buried alive ourselves. Alright, let's do this. Biggest, don't do this to me. I'm not leaving unless everyone leaves. Are you serious? Thank you. They're back this way. Hurry. Rosalina runs back the way she came. You run after her. I know. I'm not going to blame Tabitha. Mine shakes with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall. Rosalina waits and Tabitha isn't far behind you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you've been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Vegas, if we get stuck down here, glad you decided to come along. You won't regret it. We'll see about that. I'm coming. Just stay where you are. Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. You reach forward and forcefully grab Becca and Alexis, silently pulling them behind you. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance. Pieces of falling rock littering the path around you. All of you start climbing. Now. Once the last teen's up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Climb out of the pit. You follow suit and start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you've expected from someone who spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you just listen to someone other yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God. Continue towards the entrance. Push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming along the walls of the tunnel. Come on, we've got to go faster. We're almost there. I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. And then the knocking fades and you feel safe, having arrived at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly, she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down in the first place. This is your fault. Shit, why did this have to happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm gonna make some calls. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika popped their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out. Oh my god. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of there, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. Does that mean the cops they're gonna know I was drinking? They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Becca runs for the entrance and pushes her way through. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's just being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they find us up here. I should check in on with Tabby. See if she needs help. We're gonna get you help, okay? Everything's gonna be alright. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm sorry. I'll be out soon. We're gonna get you out and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Biggest and Alexis to keep you safe till then. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. No way. I've seen people bounce back from worse. Thanks, Biggest. Rosalina's breath comes quick, regular bursts. If I don't make it to tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something sorry about. This is me and Becca's fault. We should never have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Biggest. Glad everyone else made it okay. We couldn't have done it without your help. I'm not going to say don't hang out with Becca because... And this is why you shouldn't drink underage. This is a lot of push on Becca because this is just teens being teens. I'm so sorry I couldn't do more. If I didn't stick with Becca once we started and lost, none of this would have happened. If I'd just been more smart or brave, I wasn't, and Rosalina is... It's not fair. You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. It's not fair this happened to you, and I'm so sorry. It's okay, Alexei. Okay. Can't believe you're the one comforting me. Rosalina, can you hear me? Yeah, it hurts like hell. Yeah, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'm gonna hold your hand till they come back with help, okay? Alexis grabs Louisa's hand, tears streaking down both their cheeks. They didn't silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. You're over here, Earl. Oh, Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll just be a little bit for the ambulance. Nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour. You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Now move it. Rosalina, sweetie, I'm here. Dad, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. You're hanging there, Rosalina. I know you can. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean I can't ride with her? Better off driving behind us. We're heading to Bradford, so it's quite a ways. Is she gonna be okay? Like, She's gotta make it, right? Please, God. Sorry, I promise you. We're gonna do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalind, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. Love you, Dad. Paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance to drive off. Oscar approached it off the side and asked the police to talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? What happened in there? A goddamn afternoon specialist haven't happened in there. No, I'm not going to blame... See, you see Alexis looking at me in the back. It was a horrible accident. We could have known this would have happened. I mean, sure, but maybe this kid shouldn't have been in an abandoned coal mine. No, this was no teenager's fault. Parents' job to make sure the kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing, and I just drove her away. I just ignored it. This is my fault. Oscar, I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making stuff about her house being haunted, but I've seen things I can't explain. It's only gotten worse over time. You told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Get you back from the hospital. We'll check it out for you. Thanks, Stella. Well, I've got to go. It's Gutierrez. If it's okay if I come too, I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'd be good for her to see a friendly face. Two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Whoa, that was weird. I don't know why I just did that. I can't believe you left us down there. No, I'm going to say that. Okay, I'm going to say, think Rosalina's going to be okay? Paramedic says she was stable. She's a tough kid. She'll be okay. Some stone wall, there was a weird stone carving in the wall of that pit. Gave me some sort of vision. Saw what happened at this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? Talked about the mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. Nicholas and Tabby's had like a simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out and had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. I saw something down there. The shadows of dead miners. They were right behind you before we left. Followed us when we went after Becca and Alexis. Did you not see them? I didn't see anything other than two of you. That carving, that's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were in a deep, dark, abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now I think about it, it totally fits a profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. Like, what if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Everything that happened down there was centered around that main chamber, where I saw that carving. Stella showed me the photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today. This thing felt old. Sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Sure anything? They fit the description really well, and I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened at that mine. Guess I need to write on some mining, do some reading on some mine collapses, I guess. What happens now? What happens now is we go home. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick. Don't you dare try to pull anything on it. He did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you talk to us? We witnessed it too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. Know where to find y'all. What a coincidence, running you 2 nights in a row. My colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Biggest. Apologies for my absence yesterday. My special bowling night. Hey, man's got to have me time. I was briefed on the events of last night. Even though we're not sure if what went down could be considered a crime. Oops, some missing, Aunt Sam. Never found hand nor hide of him. Could have just been his on extended hunting trip. Wouldn't be the first time he's done something like this. I suppose I told the footage, showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working. No way to confirm until we track him down. I understand both these terrible in accidents. Nothing to do with the area, but the officers of the law, we have to understand, get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And we have to ask, exactly what a teenager's doing to shut a eye on nobody like your family. Why were you down there? We were chaperoning them. We knew they were looking for trouble and figured if we were there, we could at least help them avoid the most of it. Oh, sure. Always good to watch out for the younger folks. They kept them out of the mine, so if you were supposed to be looking after them. But teens can be difficult. I understand. I'm a father of teen girls myself. Things they get away with. All this say here from, I'm biggest, you should do your best to stay out of trouble. No more isolated trails in the woods or abandoned mines, you hear? Just asking for trouble. I suggest you try and have an uneventful week. The only place I want to see you again is on the funeral on Sunday. God rest Perlay. God rest her, alrighty. You have a good one, biggest. That's why you take street smarts, motherfucker! You gotta lie your way to out of these situations. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The officers wander back towards the mine. Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. Make your way till staring. I can't believe 2 nights in a row. All fault, Meeks? Ellen, no, this is all just an awful coincidence. Not your fault. I guess the cops are done with you? So what? They gonna take you in for being present in an accident? Bro, look at Stella's eyes. I didn't notice it, but look at Stella's eyes. She's more tired than Tabitha. Like, something, I think she's been affected by something. Sorry if they give you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on the drifters. Even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Now, come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. See you tomorrow, okay, Biggest? Excuse me, Stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Have a start walking a car pulling you by your arm. Are you kidnapping? I'm gonna say, I'll text you when you're back. See, I'm trying to be so supportive of Tabitha. Try to keep an eye on surrounding world as she drives, where it may lurk beyond the through line. How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd rather we didn't get into it. You and Kanika don't seem to get along. Pushes my buttons. Like her. Good for you. She doesn't like me. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. I'll drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person from whoever she thinks she knows. Your eyes wander back to Treeline as you would have it slink back in silence. See, there's a lot of asshole-ish things you could say, and I don't know whether to push her buttons to get a response or just be there for her, because it seems like Tabitha needs a fucking hug. You again cross the threshold to the estate. Musty stench of decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. No, you should have waited for me. Tired to argue. See you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes your way up the stairs and posture to feet. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. Nobody died, though. You collapse in on Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shaman, you barely even notice the dust. Ghost buzzes on the table. Yo, these are those things, right? Konika sends a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Saw them again, too. Another picture, and this time from the tree. The fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. Guess there's more to them being here than a mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. Think about looking out the guest window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The run from this evening's wearing off, replaced by the creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Learns from heavy. Your eyelids slipping down your eyes, even if you stare down at the ominous picture on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread ball in your stomach, you'd almost feel comfortable, as if you'd settled between the covers, your child bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. You close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted in pain, staring up at you with your tear-streaked face, trapped by powers beyond her controls, terrified of what her now uncertain future holds. Your eyes shook back, your heart pounding as the door swing open. Oh, hey, kitty. It's a cat. Oh, it's just a cat. I see another living being, even as one friendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind to ease, and you finally slip into it. Okay, so Frou-Frou definitely is friendly. Okay. Yeah, Frou-Frou is keeping guard. That also means she's not keeping guard for Tabitha. Tabitha needs a fucking hug so much. Like, I feel that she's been able to see this mystical shit for a long time, and she just hasn't talked to me about it. Man, I'm really interested in doing the different, like, paths now. Oh! That was like a Tommyknocker knock. I got a bunch of achievements. Tommyknocker, Poblana, stealing your grandma's credit cards. I think this is a good place to stop for here. We got quite far. And I'm getting quite hungry. So I think if I don't have anything on tomorrow, I think I'll continue with this and I'll try to get through the 4th chapter. And then we'll save, like, as like the primo thing. I think I want to go back and do a couple of different paths, because they talked about the fact that Stella, like, went really heavily on if I had only listened to you. It's an interesting game, though. I have to give the props to this game. Relies on the fact that it's very much really good at the fact that they slip in those movement-based stuff, and then they also do the sound. Sound is really good. It's really fun, though. I do like this. I like being able to look back at, like, the different stuff. But, yeah, it's been lots of fun for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. But until then, have a good night stuff, and I will see you then. Bye.